Good afternoon. Four in Your Corner is staying on top of President Trump's visit to Southwest Florida. He's speaking right now at the White House. I'm Jan Monreal, and this is Frank Cipolla. We are interrupting your regular programming this afternoon.
And we're taking a look at Hertz Arena here. The president's rally is expected to begin about 7 o'clock or so. He's going to be taking off shortly from Edwards Air Force Base on Air Force One, and you can see him walking across the lawn there, as well as the Hertz Arena, where we're covering it from top to bottom, Jane. It
is getting very busy out there, line forming outside of Hertz, and now that they're letting people in, at least people get a little reprieve from standing out there. A live shot right now, boarding Marine One on the lawn of the White House, and it should be about a 10-15 minute ride out towards Andrews Base, where he will then board Air Force One.
And this is the president's third rally in Southwest Florida, where he was a candidate. He came here in 2016, and then last September 14th, he came following Hurricane Irma. So this is the third appearance of the president in Southwest Florida, and again, it's one of those rallies he usually has where there's a boisterous crowd, and we're right in the center of that.
Absolutely. So all eyes on Southwest Florida. Before that, they are quickly closing up the doors here of Marine One. All of his handlers now on board, quite efficient there as they leave the White House.
And once the president lands at RSW, the motorcade will work its way to Hertz Arena in the thick of the rush hour, so be advised of that as well.
Absolutely. So he is expected to land here at RSW around 6:20. We will pick up coverage and have wall-to-wall coverage. We have several crews around town between the airport and Hertz Arena. In the meantime, please follow us on the Now at 5, and we will continue to follow his coverage. But you can see there the propellers are beginning to turn.
And the trip has begun. And we'll see you at 5 on the Now when the president will be in the air, and he's expected to land shortly thereafter. Again, the rally begins at 7 p.m. at the Hertz Arena.
All right, he's expected to speak until about 8 o'clock as we wait for the propellers to finally go full speed here. They will just make that quick trip over to Andrews, and saw Air Force One on the tarmac, a picture that we saw here from the studio not too long ago. It is ready and waiting for the motorcade and President Trump to arrive so he can catch that flight down here.
And he's been very, very busy over the last week or so. There's 6 days to Election Day. He has 10 to 11 appearances all around the country. This one in Southwest Florida, of course, for gubernatorial candidate Rick Scott. I should say Senate candidate Rick Scott, and also gubernatorial candidate Ron DeSantis.
That's right. You've been saying that he is scheduled to hold rally for 11 candidates, 11 more Republican candidates?
11 more rallies between now and Election Day. And you know those
it's
rallies.
Be busy.
In fact, I passed the Hertz Arena on the way in today. It was probably
traffic?
about 2 o'clock or so.
Okay.
And you could see the crowds in the parking lot. You could see the live trucks. You could see the Lee County Police Department all set up and ready to go. So they've been waiting on this since early this morning. Of course, the Secret Service scoping it out days in advance.
Of course. People were lined up yesterday afternoon, and actually law enforcement told them, you got to go home before midnight. We got to clear this place out, secure the property, and then again they can line up later on today, which is what they did. So those folks are now being led into Hertz Arena, as you can see on the picture on the right.
And you know, you don't know how the polls will go. You know, we saw in 2016 that the polls said one candidate would win, and President Donald Trump indeed won. So going into this election, 6 days before Election Day, you have Ron DeSantis, according to a couple of polls, trailing Tallahassee Mayor Andrew Gillum. But again, you don't know how that's going to come out. The president's hoping to shore up DeSantis' stature here in the state.
All right, so as we watch Marine One lift off from the lawn of the White House, again, they are headed over to Andrews, where he will pick Air Force One and then take that short flight here to Southwest Florida, expected to land at 6:20 this evening.
And we'll be covering all of that starting with the Now at 5 p.m. in just about, let's see, about 45 minutes from now.
All right, so we will continue to cover this, the presidential visit to Southwest Florida, as he stumps for, again, gubernatorial candidate Ron DeSantis, as well as backing up Senate candidate Rick Scott. So we will hopefully see you at 5 on the Now. Here's your regular programming.